Holy, actually, that is crazy. This looks so good in real life. Ooh. Actually, that is sick. We're going to take a look at the DK1-60. If you guys remember, the DK1 TKL came out, and it was amazing. They not only had a unique aesthetic to it, but it sounded pretty damn good too. There was some stuff I think we ended up wanting to change on it, but it was a genuinely pretty damn good TKL at a very good price. The DK1-60 follows suit. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this right now. Two things. Number one, this was sent over by Wuque. Wuque is technically sponsoring this by sending this out to us and allowing us to keep this. That's not going to change at all what I think, because I'm literally going to deliver a few pieces of criticism right now to the group buy. Two pieces of criticism that I'm going to just dive into at the moment is I'm not sure why this has a fixed... This is the solder PCB they gave me. And the solder PCB literally feels like the hot swap PCB. I don't know why the options are so limited on this. I appreciate that I get to use a solder one today, like I love that, but I feel like this would have been a nothing to just include a full backspace, especially because they're offering a win key and win keyless according to the website. So I'm not 100% certain why I'm not getting a full backspace or just some options. It would have been nice to see. I feel like this kind of defeats some of the purpose and like the benefits of going with the solder PCB. The hot swap PCB is exactly the same. There's just not a lot of customization right away on the PCB. Originally, if you guys want to know another thought, I was actually worried, and this is why I checked this today. I was worried that this wasn't going to accept PCB mounted stabilizers. It does though. So I guess my initial photos that I took a look at didn't have them, but it does seem this does accept PCB mounted stabs now. Love that. It's a nice change from the original photos I saw. But yeah, it doesn't accept full backspace. Okay, and in my experience, if you're going to release a 60% keyboard, marketing-wise and just, you know, capturing as many fish with one net type deal, you're going to get a better time by just offering a few pieces of customization. I say this not speaking out of my ass. I'm going to use mode as an example. I like split backspace, so this is not me being biased here. Mode, the tempo was very limited in its configuration. And whether it's only offering an HHKB or only offering a split, like they only offered HHKB with the tempo, which I feel like didn't make the keyboard as enjoyable for some. But for this one here, they're only offering split backspace. And again, if you're going to offer a win key and win keyless version like they are according to their website, I do feel like... you don't owe it to anyone, but like I feel like it definitely helps your sales, which I think is important to the brand, you know? So anyways, just something I thought I'd point out, but I am glad to see the addition of PCB mounted stabs on this, because they do give you in the box, they do give you plate mounted stabs, which is a bit of a funny one. And I'm hoping, because I didn't really double check this, I'm hoping the plate accepts PCB mounted stabs too. But yeah, interesting how they give you these. I appreciate it. I'm not going to complain. I have no quarrels with plate-mounted stabs. But I am actually not 100% positive. I'm hoping that we can get regular stabilizers through this, because sometimes it's set up to fail this way. But this is an aluminum plate that we got today. Again, same compatibility here. We'll open that here in a bit. Now, we also have an FR4 plate, and I think they also sent the hot swap PCB as well. They did. I'm going to use the solder PCB because I like it more, but again, same compatibility here. I'm not going to take it out of the bag for now, but same compatibility. Got some hot swap sockets on it. We also have some foam, and then we also have an FR4 PCB, or sorry, FR4 plate, which can go right over here because I don't really like that. Comes with a little screwdriver, which is cool. I appreciate that. What else do we got in here? We have a USB cable. Oh, that's nice. I didn't expect the USB-C cable in this. I have no clue what this is. I'm guessing just screws and gaskets and stuff. And then we have the keyboard itself. I don't know what color we got. Before I open it though, let's take a look at all the colors, shall we? Okay, so they have a cyan glaze, which is this kind of marbled effect. By the way, this marbled effect that they have going on with this keyboard, at least in the photos, and these are, I believe, real photos, looks insane. I love what they did here. I am not sure what and how they accomplish this. The only thing I can really think of is it's dipped into something, which wouldn't really make it an ano, because they do say it's anodized, or it's coated with something originally, like and dipped into something, which prevents the ano from fully dyeing the case. I don't know how they did this, but it's super cool. So this is the cyan one, which I think looks really pretty. Then they just have a regular anodized dark gold. They have some of these like marbled effect weights, which look insane. But they have a bunch of cool colors. They have the Marblano Midnight Purple, which, dude, this one looks sweet as well. This, I think, is my favorite out of all of them. This looks so damn good, dude. This dark titanium gray Marblano one is insane looking. And then they got all these colors. They have a silver, titanium gray, gunmetal gray, dark gold, black, wine, midnight purple, cyan glaze, and phantom blue. And then we have a 8-degree typing angle, 15.5 millimeter front height with a 16.1 after the foot pads are installed, so 16.1. Assembled weight with the copper weight is 2.3 kilos, it looks like. So not bad. I don't know which one we have today. And then it is either plate or PCB mounted, which is cool as well. So we can technically do this. Actually, you know, maybe we will do that today. If you guys are down, maybe we do this plateless today, because that would be actually super dope. There's a lot of cool things with this. Like it's a cool overall unit here. So I'm quite excited, but it looks like that will be the price. Now, I don't know about the PCB. That is the one part I'm confused about, is which PCB is default. And I don't know if these pages are done. Like, I don't know if like you can pick which one you want here because of that, but I don't know. That's the one thing. It's not $199. It's not one. It's $239. You know, it is saying that you get a PCB. Oh, I just thought this was the base price. Why do they do this for? $199 is actually crazy for this. For the aluminum weight, I'd probably pick up either the Marblano. Like, if you're getting this, I feel like the extra $20 for the making it super unique is kind of the nice, like it's a nice purchase. I don't know if I'd pick up a copper base at $239. I think this one, or the copper weight, is more this one, $219 for this. Aluminum inside, copper weight. I think this is the one I'd probably go for. You can seriously customize the crap out of this. So you're looking at $199 to $239. And again, I still don't know which PCB is default or if you need to pick up a PCB separately. They didn't really specify that. Yeah, I'm not too sure. That's the one thing I'm uncertain, because you do get a plate here and you may need to pick up a PCB. They should verify that on this page. And I don't know why they just didn't allow you to pick a PCB on this. I'm assuming you get a PCB though. I'm assuming. But this is crazy. This whole pricing scheme for this is crazy. So you get hot swap default. Okay, it is hot swap default then. Honestly, not end of world. A solder PCB pickups $30 additional, but pretty crazy to start at $199 and then go all the way up to $239. Pretty crazy. Let's actually open it up first before I jump to conclusions here. Holy, actually, that is crazy. This looks so good in real life. Ooh. Actually, that is sick. You know, this is actually a pretty cool blue IRL. I don't know how this ano process works, but it's really good quality. Like I said, I think what's either going on is they're dipping this in something that like affects the way that the ano penetrates, that the ano works. Holy shit, this is cool. Okay, I love, these are some stuff I didn't see until right now. It kind of shares the same design language as the TKL. It does seem like you're getting a nice, like, cool cut over here. So that's giving it some dimension, but same general shape as the TKL. If more people do this, I'm sold on blockers again. I'm loving this, like, little PVD accent above the blockers. This looks so damn classy to me. Like, that is sweet. Look how thin these side bezels are, too. I like the internal color as well. It's like a very matte gray. And then we have stepped ridges, like we have stuff that's going to make sound scatter on the inside here. Some people might not be into this, but it is a hidden screw design. It's not angled, it's just regular. Dude, I love stuff like this because this is something we've truly like never seen. I appreciate this company because, and this design studio, because they're trying different things with materials and just like the way things look. So kudos to them. This is visually very impressive right now. Like, I like everything about this. The size of the bezels, the chin and the forehead are nice sizes. The front height is a nice size. Very cool. Okay, I hope these sit in the PCB nicely. They do. Let's go. So again, no full backspace, which is a bit of a bummer. Bit of a bummer for this one. Here we go. Let's open this bad boy up. Oh, interesting, interesting. So there's a piece of foam here sitting along the side. I was wondering what these were. And another piece of foam here. I wonder if that's to help align the PCB and make it so the PCB doesn't hit the sides. Nice touch. Nice touch. Do you guys want to see what's underneath this? Bro, all these screws are different lengths. Ain't no way, dude. Okay, I'm just gonna put the screws in order of which I took them out. Okay, if you do decide to disassemble this, be cautious on how you take everything out. Oh, they're in. Oh, no batteries in this for me, but... Alright, so there's the daughter board. That is quite the daughter board. This is aluminum. This is quite heavy. Alright, so yeah, that's where the batteries would go. We have little pieces of foam. I like how on the bottom case they also added like little holes for the stabilizers. That's a cute little addition there. Although I feel like these holes should have been way bigger, or just big cutouts entirely. These, if the board does sink, this won't do anything here. I know that from experience from my own projects. But I have confidence that this won't affect anything. So I have to use, which case thing do I gotta use here? I gotta use the plate mounted gaskets, which are these ones. These ones here. I can't get behind on why just not put solder as default and just upgrade to hot swap. Yeah, I'm with you there. I don't want to jump to conclusions because maybe this will change within the next like few days. But they should have, like, it makes no sense why you just offer one standard, you know, okay, this is what you get for a PCB. If you want the other PCB, you have to pay extra and you still get the other PCB anyways. I just feel like they should have given people options. You are already offering a bajillion different variants of your keyboard. What's one more little variant of PCB? So yeah, I'm in the same. That is a very strong magnet. Holy shit. That is a extremely strong magnet. Ooh, this is coming together. No full enter killed it for me. What happened? No full backspace, you mean? Yeah, I'm going to tell you guys right now, that's probably going to deter a few people from buying this. Split backspace clears full. Hey, it's all preference, but I do feel like they could have just offered it. You know what I mean? Like, they didn't have to not offer it. It would have been a very great thing to offer at the very least. That is all. That is my opinion. Look how good. Actually, look how good this looks. Look how freaking amazing this anno looks, dude. Oh my gosh. I'm sold on this. This color looks absolutely insane, dude. Here is the final result with what I came up with today. Wow, this looks insane. Look at that side profile with the caps. Dude, I love the way this turned out. And let's see the side view. All right, let's see how this board sounds with plateless. I have a feeling we might need to open this back up and put down a piece of bottom foam. I have a feeling, but let's see how this ends up sounding. These are Keygeek Ash switches paired with GMK Keycaps in its plateless configuration. There's a little bit of resonance in here, and I want to go back in and add a little piece of foam. I want to test some stuff here. I like it. There's definitely a little bit of resonance in here with the plateless, but I want to test something because I think I can get this to sound a little bit more open while still maintaining this kind of sound signature we're getting. So I think these silicone pieces here, believe it or not, I almost feel like these are too tight in the board. Like they are too condensed Yeah, they're super tight in here. I think they should probably ease off the silicone here. Just make it not as like form-fitting to the board here. Like they have cushioning on the side anyways to help with that. Almost feel like this is kind of causing a bit of a detriment to this build. I am going to lay down one piece of foam here because I do feel like it will help a little bit. I feel like there's maybe some unnecessary contact happening with the bottom a little bit too. So just this one. And I think usually, I remember last time they recommended the bottom foam. So we're just going to lay down this one here. Oh yeah, that totally changed things up. Okay, so I think that might be mandatory. That piece of foam. Oh yeah, dude, that totally changes up this board. Okay, pretty positive that's mandatory. I didn't get anything that told me to or not to, so wow. Oh, this is nice. These switches are really good for this too. Holy. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. So these are a bit of a deeper switch. I did remove this one gasket on top just because I didn't think we really needed it. These are really good mods, dude. These are really good mods. That's a nice depth for the alpha too. Really, really good. So I think you do need to put that internal piece of foam though. I think that's breaking. So I think why this is changing the sound of the keyboard, like I had a feeling, I think there is some level of contact that's happening between the, maybe something that's not necessary on the PCB and the bottom. I think you need it. I think it needs to be there to break the contact between the FR4 PCB and the bottom, which is fine. It doesn't make it foamy at all. In fact, I think like Scrubs even said, it kind of made it poppier. So, could you change the ease? The second E needs to become... Oh, my bad, Danny, my bad. Hold on, let me fix that for you real quick. One sec. Here is a close-up. Again, love the accents. Reminds me a bit of the Wraith 60. Look how... Dude, this color pairing is fucking perfect, dude. That swirl anno pattern, they killed it with this. This looks great. 16.1 millimeters with the feet on is the front height. 16.1. First of all, I'm going to say some nice stuff first. Usually I do the negative stuff first at the end of the end review here. First, dude, the anno, the look of this, perfect. You know, this is like my preference, you know. Obviously, this is the preference-based take here. Love the thin side bezels. It makes it look really like elegant and premium. Love the front height of the board. Love the anno. The overall design is just perfect on this. Again, taking all the really great aspects of the TKL. Love that. I like that this can do a plateless and plate mounted style as well. The internals seem to be very well thought out for the most part. I would like to see, so now we're going to get into some of the criticism here. I would like to see those silicone gaskets just a little bit shrunk down, just like a hair, so they're not pressing in and creating a lot of friction. I would also maybe even like to see pour-on gaskets as an alternative for this. I feel like foam gaskets on plateless is really good. But then you kind of get stuck with them, I know. But hear me out. If you end up building this in plateless, the tab slots are different than the plate. So I feel like you can install the pour-on and not have to worry about it. Like it's not going to be like one of those things where it's like, oh, golly gee, I want to switch and now I can't. You probably could. So I think that would be really nice. The big one here is I just wish they would offer full backspace. Again, I like using split backspace. I think split is great. However, some people might not like split. I think some people would buy this if it was full, and you're probably going to detract a few people from buying this because it doesn't have a full backspace. I almost don't really understand because they're not every layout they're offering is HHKB style. So again, kind of a big miss. Now, some more critical, smaller niche things that I feel like I want to talk about too is I did not actually enjoy soldering this. I love soldering. Soldering is one of my favorite parts about the entire hobby. But I don't like soldering components that don't flow well. Typically in the past, that's kind of been an indicator of a cheap PCB. Now, not always, because Heine PCBs are a little bit tougher to solder because the flow isn't just quite there. But this was like really slow to flow. Like I think the contact pads just didn't really make for like a great experience there. And again, very, very niche criticism here, but maybe figure out some different contact pads if that's possible. This is not loading up in VIA. I know they already provided the other thing, the JSON file. Let's just see if it loads up in Vial. No, unfortunately not. Okay, so I will have to use the JSON file. I don't even know if I want to go through my normal spiel here because I feel like it's every stream at this point, but please, I know this is a wireless optional keyboard, but please just like figure out your VIA compatibility and QMK stuff. It'd be nice. It's nice for clients. It's nice for people, not clients, customers. It's nice for longevity of your product in a certain light. So, and then vendors worldwide will be Wuque. US will be Canning Keys and Dang Keys. Canada is Mechland and Desk Hero. UK is Prototypist. Germany is Keygem. Sweden is Max Gaming. Keybs and Cable for Australia. Coffee Keys for Italy. RF Gaming and Ilum KB for Singapore. Taiwan is Inpad. Vietnam is the Keeb Store and I don't know how to pronounce that. Sogir. And then Keebs Mod for India. Tons of vendors. All right, well, fun stream. Love you and good night. Better have good dreams. For real, for real. Bye, everyone.